All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true people of the Bible. All right. So let's get into it, man. All right. We got some news here, some more news, man. All right, coming from the People's Voice. In the title of this article, it reads, Bill Gates unveils global digital enslavement blueprint, man. All right, starting with the Israelites of Great Millstone and the ones that teach in like manner. Those are the true prophets of the Lord. And the true prophets of the Lord are teaching you the truth about the mark of the beast. All right. Which is the RFID microchip. That is what the mark of the beast is, man. All right, these false prophets are going to tell you that the mark of the beast is a spiritual thing. No, the mark of the beast is an actual physical thing that the elites want to implant under your skin, man. Day in and day out, we report on the news, man. Showing you that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, man. You know, Esau Edom keeps coming out with it, man. All these people that sit in high places, man. You know, your politicians, your mayors, your governors, prime ministers and presidents and leaders of nations. All right. Billionaires like Bill Gates. You know, Elon Musk with his Neuralink. You know. RFK Jr., you know, talking about digital wearables, man. You know, Klaus Schwab, you know, that used to be the CEO of the WEF. All right, the World Economic Forum, talking about everyone's going to receive a chip, man. We've been breaking it down to you, telling you, and, you know, going into the root words, the Greek, the etymologies, breaking these words down, letting you know what the word mark means, going into the word charagma, charax, grapho, stigma, showing you that, you know, the microchip is the mark of the beast, man. All right. And you got Bill Gates talking about your identity, bank account, and body must become one. Now, I did a video the other day going into the mark of the beast. You know, the scriptures say that, you know, that the, matter of fact, let's just read it because I don't want to, let's just get to it, man. All right. That the number of a man, all right, that, you know, here is he that, let him that has wisdom. Let's get it, man. All right. Revelation, 13 and 18, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. All right. And his number is 636, which is 666. And 666 in the Greek is kai psi stigma. When you go into that word stigma, it means a mark imprinted or branded on the body. It goes into the word incise, which means to cut into. Right, which also goes into the word embedded, right? So that's why you have here, all right, in this article, it says your identity, bank account, and body must become one. When something is embedded in you, that means you have become one with it, right? Because when they put that chip in you, it's going to become one with your body. You're not going to be able to pull that thing out, man. So it's over for you if you receive it, man. There's no taking it out, right? You're done, right? And you are, I'm talking to the elect of you. You are not to take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. You understand? The punishment for taking the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, is to be destroyed and swallowed and engulfed by nuclear fire. When America gets hit by nuclear destruction in this third world war. All right? You are not to take it, man. You are to die and to be beheaded instead of taking that mark, man. All right? The Lord said, be faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life. Right? So again, the title of this article, it reads, Bill Gates unveils global digital enslavement blueprint. That's the whole plan of the elites, to enslave this entire earth with their technology, which is the RFID microchip, man. The mark of the beast that the Bible speaks of. All right, so let's just keep reading, man. It says, speaking before an audience of world leaders and tech oligarchs, self-appointed global health czar Bill Gates openly called for the total fusion of biometric digital IDs, personal bank accounts, payment systems, agriculture surveillance, and centralized health records, framing it as essential progress for humanity's safety and health. You see these damn devils, man? All right? Let's read that again. Speaking before an audience of world leaders and tech oligarchs, self-appointed global health czar Bill Gates openly called for the total fusion of biometric digital IDs. See, this is why I don't get why, you know, you even have some of these Israelite camps, man, that can't see or don't get it. It's because the Lord not dealing with them, or they just sold out, man. And we believe a lot of these Israelite camps sold out, man. All right, the Israelites that have the 100% truth are the Israelites of Great Millstone, and the ones that teach that like doctrine. You understand? That's where the 100% true doctrine is at. Right? So it says, you know, all these people calling for digital IDs and everything going digital, and bro, it's just so easy, bro, to see, you know? And we've been telling y'all for years, and now it's being made more manifest. Like the scriptures say, the end is manifest, right? Can you not see it still? Right? So it says, Bill Gates openly called for the total fusion of biometric digital IDs, personal bank accounts, payment systems, agriculture surveillance, damn devils, man, and centralized health records, framing it as essential progress for humanity's safety and health. Right? Gates praised India's digital public infrastructure as the model the world must follow, right? Declaring it superior even to wealthy nations in its efficiency at tracking and controlling populations. That's what it's about, man. Right? See how this damn devil works, talking about we must follow, right? Right? Only the 2/3 gonna follow, right? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, I am of the elect. Right? It says another place that India, this is you know, a quote from him, right? Another place that India leads, but that all of you can be involved in driving forward, is digital public infrastructure. All right, Gates told the gathering, no country is more able to pay government benefits, all right, and get them out efficiently and effectively than India. You see how they trying to make it sound good, and you know what I mean? And you people gonna be like, you 2/3 gonna be like, oh yeah, word, right? It says, you would expect rich countries to do that, but in fact they did not, right? So that basic structure that starts with identity and bank accounts and payments is just fundamental, all right? Excuse me, foundational, my bad, all right? With identity and bank accounts and payments, all right, is just foundational, right? And then you got the video of him, you know, talking about it. I'm about to play it, right? Let's get it.
but there's a lot more that all of you can be involved in driving forward, is this digital public infrastructure. No country is more able to take government benefits and get them out efficiently and effectively to their citizens than India. You would have expected rich countries or others to do that, but in fact, they did not. And so that basic structure that starts with identity and bank accounts and payments is just foundational. And as part of this visit, I'm now seeing how that foundation is being built out in agriculture with profiles of farmers to understand what they need and give them advice. Built out with health records so that we can help people not only with infectious diseases, but the challenge that's coming in the future with the growth of the non-communicable diseases being a huge thing. And that digital public infrastructure will help us with these climate problems. I was in Odisha yesterday, and what they showed is that they've registered the...
I'm laughing because, bro, it's hilarious, bro, because, knowing the truth, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazai am of the elect, one of the Lord's true chosen prophets. We believe so. We know we're teaching the true doctrine, right? The prophets see through the madness. The true prophets of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, knowing this truth, we see through the madness. We know this man is a puppet, man. For the elite bankers, man.
The farmers and registered what type of crops they grow and what land they own. They literally have a control center. When you walk in, you think, wow, this is agriculture, but you've got a command center and maps and people doing queries and sending out messages. And so that all starts, with an Aadhaar identity, listing those farmers, getting the information, making sure it's up to date.
All right, so you see it, man. It says, let's continue reading. It says, he continued describing with visible satisfaction how this foundation of total digital slavery is already expanding into every corner of human life. Yeah, right? It says, as so, part of this visit, I am now seeing how that foundation is being built out in agriculture with profiles of farmers to understand what they need and give them advice. It says built out with health records so we can help people not only with infectious diseases, all right, but also the challenge that is coming in the future. You see, right? What challenge you talking about, man? Right? It said the time of Jacob's trouble, right? It says with the growth of communicable diseases, all right, and the growth of these digital platforms will help us with these climate problems, right? It says translation, all right, for those still clinging to freedom, right? It says every citizen will be reduced to a single trackable data node. Your biometric ID, your money, your purchases, your medical history, your farm output, your diet, right? Your movement and your carbon footprint all merged into one unbreakable ledger controlled by governments, all right, and their private partners, right? Critics were quick to label that speech the most explicit endorsement yet of a global technocratic panopticon, right? It says under the guise of helping farmers. Yeah, they always got some fake ass reason, bro, to why they doing what we know why. We see through the bullshit. We know y'all the devil, right? We know y'all trying to enslave everybody, right? The prophets see through the madness. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, I am of the elect, man, right? It says, and fighting non-communicable diseases and climate problems, the system gates champions would give authorities and corporations real-time visibility into what you buy, what you eat, where you go, and whether your body is compliant with whatever metrics they declare healthy or sustainable that week. Once your biometric digital ID is linked to your bank account and payment systems refusal to comply, all right, whether by skipping a mandated vaccine, all right, exceeding your personal carbon allowance, all right, or failing to update your health records, could mean instant financial suffocation, no payments, no benefits, no access. All right, it says this is not speculation, this is the logical endpoint of the foundational structure Gates celebrated. One digital ID to rule them all. All right, your body becomes property of the public health database. Your money becomes a permissional privilege. Your farm is still, if you have one, your farm, if you still have one, becomes a node in the central planning algorithm, right? Says Gates made it clear this is not optional. It is the future it says it is the future he and his allies intend to impose worldwide, with India positioned as the shining example and testing ground. The merging of biometric surveillance, all right, financial control, agricultural oversight, and perpetual health monitoring, all right, is sold as benevolence, right? It says in reality, it is the final architecture of a world where every human breath is licensed, right? Every transaction is scored, and every deviation from the approved lifestyle is punished in real time. And this is what the elites want, starting with the elite bankers. This is their agenda. This is part of their new world. This is what they want for their new world order agenda, to everyone be controlled, microchipped and controlled and enslaved. No privacy, complete control, bro. Total power over the people. This is what they want. That's their God complex, right? That's Esau, Edom, sitting in the temple of the Most High, claiming that he is the Most High, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, So, just to report on this, to let you know what's happening, what's going on, man. We're living in that time, man, that the prophets have been warning you about for years. The RFID microchip. All right, we're here. We're at the door. We're seconds away from this. All right. So, Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah. This lesson is or was edifying. Call her law yum, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakal Kwitash. All right. On to the next one. Shalom, shalom.